Alright, here we are with week 6 of the IGL. This week we're going up against the Boston Bullet Punch. They have a team of Mega Scizor, Galarian Zapdos, in which I will now call Gapdos, because I don't want to say that big word a million times. Slowking, Chandelure, Zeraora, Diancie, Nidoqueen, Audino, Orbeetle, Cryogonal, and Tangela. So, if this is true, he got Zeraora 5th round, which is pretty crazy. It usually goes either first or second round. And I remember because I wanted Slowking, and this guy took it 3rd round, and I was like, well, that's annoying. I probably would have taken it round 3 if I had the option to. So, I mean, I did in the SPS. So, anyway, here we are with the Weavile. We have basically Adamant Life Orb. I was thinking about running the Akka. Okay, oh yeah, I forgot. This is the team that we prepped for in week 2, and we prepped for the wrong team. So this team I'm sure looks a little bit different, but for the most part we have a lot of things that are similar to what we wanted to bring. So I have Weavile with the Adamant Life Orb. Last time I brought Akaberry Natural Gift, which I thought was a nice bring, but this time I think it's just more important to get a lot of damage. I mean, his team didn't change at all. I'm just changing my outlook on it. I think I have a good switch into Chandelure, so I don't really need the Akaberry for that, and I have great switches to Scizor, so I don't need the Akaberry for that. So I don't even think Mega Scizor comes to this matchup. It's just, it doesn't have a good matchup in my opinion. I feel like I probably over-prepped for it. I can't tell for certain, but I guess we'll find out eventually. So yeah, we have Adamant Life Orb. If we get a Swords Dance off, then we're in a really good position as long as Mega Scizor is gone. Because I can do a lot of damage. Zeraora needs to be a little bit chipped. Shandy has to not have a scarf or needs to be significantly chipped. And Mega Scizor has to be dead. But after that, we're pretty good with a +2 Weavile. As long as we can hit our triple axle. A physically defensive Audino can actually take a triple axle from a +1 or +2. If he knocks off my Life Orb. I actually never did the calc if I still have my Life Orb on me. I'd probably kill if I'm Life Orbed, but I remember in a mock, the Audino went for knockoff, and I went to +2. And I calced it. I'm like, how is this doing so little? But I ended up killing because he was specially defensive, not physically defensive. So, yeah, that's the Weavile. Next up is Gourgeist. Now this Pokemon is basically here for the, oh my goodness, that was loud. Why was that so loud? Sorry for breaking your earbuds. Yeah, Colberberry, it's nice for Mega Scizor, Zeraora. I mean, those are the 2 Pokemon that this Pokemon deals really well with. I mean, Fire Punch just does not do that much. In fact, I might just switch Shadow Sneak to Synthesis, because it could be annoying if he just continuously Fire Punches. And now we have a blender going off in my house. This is wonderful time to be recording. Okay, well, it's not over. Okay, basically, Jesus, I will still outspeed Slowking, even with the minus nature, so that's good. I can get a big Poltergeist off on that. And like I said, I might change Shadow Sneak to Synthesis. I might change the Leech Seed to Synthesis. Flamethrower is really nice because it allows me to not get set up on by Mega Scizor. I can 2KO a max HP Mega Scizor with the Flamethrower. As a matter of fact, those 8 EVs and special attack actually do help that calc, so that's great. And yeah, chip with the Leech Seed. I'm leaning more towards getting rid of Shadow Sneak, but we'll see. Next up, we got Skarmory here, defensive, nice for Mega Scizor unless it tries to set up on me, but it's really just there for the Gapdos. I mean, I wanted to run Rocky Helmet, but I felt like Leftovers is more important, especially with that Thunderous Kick being really a really good move, you know. And I don't want a Brave Bird because Drill Peck is nice because it doesn't take recoil. Like, I don't take recoil. I can't just stall it out with Roost because if he has Thunderous Kick, that's going to be an issue. I don't think Drill Peck will OHKO, but it is a guaranteed, I don't know, like 240 base power move. with like stab and super effective being taken into account. So this is my answer for that. Like my switch in, I can always roost off damage if I need. This is my defogger as well, which is actually pretty important for my team. I need to be able to defog. Let's see what his rock is. His rockers are Nidoqueen and Dancy, and you can also stick you up with Orbeetle. So, but his hazard removal is not the best. If he doesn't bring Cryogonal, he's basically forced to run it on Scizor. He's forced to run Defog on Scizor. And I don't think Cryogonal has too good of a matchup here. So, yeah, that's the Skarmory. Next up, we have the Snorlax. Max HP, max attack. This Pokemon is great for his specialty offensive mons. Chandelure mainly. It's nice for Nidoqueen, it's nice for Cryogonal. It's nice for, I guess, Orbeetle. If Zero Ore is like a Calm Mind setup special set, it's great for that. But yeah, basically just there for the Chandelure and the Nidoqueen, because an offensive Nidoqueen is a big issue. But if we stop it by, having this monster, then we're good. Body Slam is just nice for stab. Earthquake will hit Chandelure and Nidoqueen. The two mons I usually switch into, and Deancey, whatever. Fire Punch will hit the Mega Scizor, which is really nice to have some coverage for that thing. And Hammer Arm will hit Audino. Basically, that's about it. Didn't really feel like carrying any coverage for Slowking. I didn't really need to. Actually, I won't. I won't put Force Speed into that because Slowking is probably gonna wanna. Actually, I will. You know what? I will. I'll do this because I'm still gonna take hits really well. And just in case we really need to outspeed that Pokemon, we can. Next up, we have the Silvally. I don't know a nickname for this yet, but really, I just wanted to bring it. If I'm not gonna use this Pokemon, I might as well just put it up for adoption in free agency. But there's 13 points, and I'm not using it, so I might as well try it. This week, I'm Silvally Electric, which is really nice for Slowking. If that's a Culverberry Slowking, it could be kind of annoying. Which I do see if it comes, it could be Culverberry. It's a very good possibility. So Silvally Electric with multi-attack. Even without max attack, I can still 2-KO a max defensive Slowking because multi-attack is just a really strong move. Then Flamethrower is nice for Mega Scizor, and I guess Tangela if he brings it. Surf is nice for Chandelure, Deancey, and Nidoqueen. And Flamethrower also hits Orbeetle, and then Parting Shot's just Parting Shot, so that's nice. This Pokemon is mainly here for the Zero Aura because Zero Aura, I don't know, if Gourgeist somehow gets... Gourgeist does have a lot of pressure on it here to deal with a few different really strong mons. So Silvally's just kind of there to hopefully deal with the Zero Aura a little bit better, and maybe we can switch into Slowking, do some stuff with that. Maybe we can switch into Scizor. We can switch into Zapdos if we know he's going for the bird move. And yeah, just trying to use it. I mean, 13 points for this Pokemon. I'm not even using it. So then we have Choice Specs Rotom Heat. You heard me correctly. No Mega Deancey for the second week in a row. It was a little bit silly. But I figured he has Nidoqueen, he has Deancey, he has Slowking, he has Mega Scizor that he could bring. I don't think it's coming, but if it does, it's annoying. Audino can take hits, so really just didn't feel like the Deancey was a good move in this matchup yet again. So yeah, we have the Rotom Heat here with the Choice Specs. I have enough speed for something. I'm not too sure what. Maybe it's... Oh, you know what? It's Modest Chandelure. That's right. Modest Chandelure if he decides to bring that set. I don't think there's any reason to run Timid. I could be wrong, but based on my team speed tiers, I don't think there's any reason. Like, he will outspeed Weavile with a Modest Chandelure. So if he does bring Timid, that's fine. But the point is here to I wanted to go Modest so I could get as much damage off. This Pokemon really does poke holes in his team, if I predict correctly. He does have electric switch-ins in Zeraora and Nidoqueen. He does have fire switch-ins in Chandelure and Slowking. Um, so that's a thing to consider. But I could always trick, and then at that point, if I go for trick when like Nidoqueen comes in or Audino comes in, or even Zeraora, like that's just a good situation for me because then I'm not locked into things, and I can lock them into things. They're not gonna like that, and I'll be able to kind of deal with them that way, so that I can go for Overheat, I can go for Thunderbolt, but I won't have to switch next the turn after. Even though Overheat does, lower your special attack, so that's something to consider. But yeah. Anyway, this is the team. I'm gonna go ahead and change Shadow Sneak to Synthesis right now. If we want to change this around, if we want to like put Shadow Sneak here instead of Leech Seed, then we'll do that. But I don't really see the need for Shadow Sneak. It's just nice to have priority. But we have Weavile's Ice Shard there, so that's a strong priority move if we really need it. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna cut to the battle here. We are 4-1, trying to make it 5-1 here. I think we have a pretty decent matchup. I really do. We just have to make sure we play carefully around the Nidoqueen. I didn't even look at the team that I brought in week 2. Like I didn't look back and make my team just like that one, because I kind of wanted to take a different, more creative approach to this one. So I think I did that. I know that this Gourgeist is almost completely similar, and the Skarmory is similar, and the Snorlax is similar, but I don't know if I brought. I know I didn't bring Silvally. I don't know if I brought Rotom the last time, but anyway, that's gonna be that. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the battle. So I'll cut here. All right, here we go with the battle. Going up against Bounty Hunter and the Boston Bullet Punch. That's the name. He brings a team of Mega Scizor, Chandelure, Slowking, Zeraora, Audino, and Nidoqueen. Now, kind of surprised not to see Galarian Zapdos or Gyapdos, but it did not come, so that's actually really nice for me. I felt like it was a big threat against my team, but at the same time, I understand why he didn't bring it. I mean, I did have a bunch of things for it. I just feel like the 6 that I brought were pretty vulnerable to it, so leaves Skarmory a little bit less useful, especially if that's a setup Scizor, but it's still nice in general to have there as a stealth rocker, especially because I see his only hazard remover is going to be Mega Scizor, because he does not bring Cryogonal, so yeah. As far as the lead, I'm going to lead Electric Silvally because it's got decent coverage for like everything on his team, maybe barring Audino. So yeah, let's get it right into it now. Go ahead and play the battle. He leads with Mega Scizor. I'm assuming this guy knows what Silvally can do, so he's probably going to predict the Flamethrower. So I'm going to go for the Parting Shot turn 1, which is great. It's nice overall play, and he couldn't really do much to Silvally anyway. Silvally, whatever. I go into Vis-a-Vis. I did change it from the Akaberry Natural Gift. I changed it to Life Orb. Really unfortunate because at this point, because I was really, getting rid of Scizor turn 3 would have been amazing, but I didn't have the Natural Gift, and I was pretty much predicting him not to use Bullet Punch there because I had a few really good switch-ins to it. He does go for the Roost, and now he's going to go for the knockoff. I have the Colbur Berry, so I'm all good. Don't have to worry about that. I go for Leech Seed, and now I'm pretty much going to predict a switch. I think I just double Leech Seed here. Maybe not. I do double Leech Seed. Okay, there you go. There's the move right there. I guess he was predicting maybe a Fire type move there. It is kind of risky to bring in Chandelure because I did have Poltergeist, but he goes for Toxic, which is a good play there, predicting Snorlax. Obvious switch in there. If I'd stayed in, there's a few plays along this game that getting rid of Chandelure, that I had the opportunity to get rid of Chandelure and it didn't happen. And now that he has a Toxic on Snorlax, it's going to be an uphill battle trying to beat Chandelure. So he goes for knockoff on my Skarmory. I'm going to be able to go for the Stealth Rocks. Hold on, there's a sneeze coming. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm good. Goes into Chandelure as I get my rocks up. Then he's going to trick my Carpe Diem, the Choice Scarf. And he gets an Assault Vest, which is kind of annoying. Because that's going to boost his special defense. He goes into Scizor here. Would have been nice to get off a juicy Fire Punch. But alas, that does not happen. Fire Punch might even kill him at that range. Because I did 26% with Earthquake. Yeah, I think Fire Punch would have killed. Because that's like 300 damage. Yeah, it would have killed. Okay. But alas, I really thought he'd switch into something else. I didn't think Scizor was coming in that turn. So we go for the Flamethrowers. He goes for Defog. He goes for Roost here. As I click the Leech Seed, I miss. Not really too big of a deal. As he goes into Chandelure, this is another play that really could have predicted now. If he just brings an Audino there and pivots out, I feel like that's a safer play for him. Rather than hard switching into Chandelure, I don't know. It's just a little bit risky. Like, I wouldn't have done it, but obviously it worked out because I never clicked Poltergeist. I just didn't think about it, I don't think. So I'm whittling Chandelure, which is nice, but he does have Wish support in it with Audino. So I go to Ballowick, we both switch there. I go for the Trick, because I want to get this Audino kind of locked into one move, so it can't be annoying. He goes for Wish. I know he's going to bring in Chandelure. I just have to try to kill it with Thunderbolt, and it doesn't work. Unfortunate. He's going to get all that health back. And now it's seeming like I'm just not in a good position. He's going to go for the Shadow Ball, which is nice. I get in Snorlax, but again, every time I bring in Snorlax, it's taking at least 6%. So that is not good. He just gets to switch into Slowking here. I don't have anything to directly kill this thing, especially with the Toxic racking up. I can't really risk staying in here. Here's our Future Sight. Good play on his part, because I can't really switch into Weavile on this thing. I go for Volt Switch. Thunderbolt wouldn't have killed anyway. As he fires off a Scald, I take that pretty well. Do not get burned, which is nice. I'm gonna go for a Roost this turn. I believe I go for the Roost. Let's see. Yes, there's the Roost. He was probably predicting that. Got Scizor in. I take the Future Sight, which does like 0. And here I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks as he gets in Nidoqueen. I know this thing can probably go for like a Flamethrower or something. It could also go for its own rocks. So I get in Rotom Heat as he just go for his own Stealth Rocks. And now I'm just going to click Overheat, see how much it does. And it does not do that much at all. That is some pitiful damage. He goes for Sludge Wave. It does a lot of damage. Now it's nice that I did get the leftovers from Audino. That's pretty nice, but ultimately, I mean, this is just kind of a downhill, downward slope for me. He goes for Sludge Wave. Now, this was another obvious play. I knew I was going for Synthesis, but he goes for Sludge Wave anyway, and I click Leech Seed, predicting a switch. So I'm just not getting any of these plays right in this game. It's just a tough one. Just you know, everyone has those kinds of days. I switch out here because I do think there's still a chance of healing up Gourgeist at some point, like against Slowking, for example. A Parting Shot, get Trico back in because I don't think he's going for a knockoff, and he'll be locked into a Wish, into a move here. So he goes for the Wish, and I'm going to click the Synthesis because I do still think there's an avenue for winning. It's just it's going to be really dependent on killing the Chandelure. And it's not going to happen with Snorlax. I'm just going to bring in Snorlax because I know it's going to die. He goes for Flamethrower, good play, so that he doesn't have to switch this turn, which wouldn't have mattered anyway because he still had just a ton of switch-ins, so yeah. Going to go to the Weavile here, as I know he's not Scarfed, and I'm just going to click Sword Stance because I know, oh wait, no, I double out into Skarmory because, you know, why the heck not? He goes into Audino. I don't know if this was defensive or specially defensive. I don't know. I really don't remember, but that's okay. We'll get the Roost off, and then we're gonna defog, even though we have our own rocks up, but it's whatever. You could say Wish, or yeah, he gets full health Nidoqueen, and like at this point, I don't really know what to do. So I just go into Silvally here and click Surf a bunch of times. He goes for Thunderbolt, I guess, predicting Skarmory. I don't even know if he has Earth Power at this point. But he's going to switch into Audino, and he's going to eat this Surf pretty well. 22% does not do that much. Now I'm going to go for the Parting Shot. Probably could have just stayed in and gone for multi-attack. Would have been nice, but Did not happen. I frisk his choice specs as if I didn't know that yet. And he goes for wish. So I probably could have just stayed in there and clicked multi-attack because he couldn't go for protect. So I'm assuming 2 multi-attacks kill. And even if they don't, he can only use wish, so there's not much he can do there. Eventually he's going to have to switch, and if I get it right, it's a really good situation. But he goes for flamethrower there and knocks me out. I was really hoping he would... I mean, there's no reason not to click flamethrower there, so I don't really know what I was hoping. So I go for the swords dance here, I think, just for the hell of it. She brings in Slowking, so I'm gonna get a kill, no matter what here. Actually, no, because I bet Scizor could have switched in there, but he gave me the kill. He was very, very gracious of him. And now he goes into Scizor. I'm hoping he doesn't have Bullet Punch. I know he does, but on the off chance he doesn't, gonna stay in. And then this is pretty much game. I go into Skarmory, trying to stealth rock or trying to defog. Maybe something can come of that. But yeah, he's got the Zero Aura in now. I'm gonna go into Silph Valley as he's gonna Calm Mind, and there's not much I can do against this. So Focus Blast goes off, brings me out of 3%. So I'm living. I go for the Parting Shot. Get in the Rotom. Maybe, okay, maybe I can do something. But he just goes for Calm Mind, so it's evident that I will not be coming back in this game at this point. Just not much else to say. It's pretty obvious. I don't want to skip through the battle because I don't really care enough to skip through. But yeah, he's just gonna finish the game with Zero Aura. We get 5-0'd here, so we're 4-2. But this was a rough one. This really kind of took the confidence out of everything we were doing. I probably should have brought Mega Diancie. Would have been nice. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Hold on, okay. Let's see. Anything else to say? I mean, I guess not. I brought a Silph Valley because I wanted to try it, but it didn't end up doing much. I think it had a potential. I think the biggest thing was Snorlax getting whittled because he basically just, the MVP of this game was for sure Chandelure. I mean, it was in the game most of the time. I mean, I know Zero Aura sweeped at the end, but Chandelure just put so much pressure on my team, and I did not have anything for it. Maybe I should have brought Dragalge instead, like AV Dragalge, or you know, I don't know, something like that. But it did not happen. So unfortunate. But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll try to bounce back next week. I don't know who we face yet, but we'll go after it. So I don't know. I haven't had my SPS week 4 battle yet. I'm supposed to have that battle today, but we'll see how that goes, and hopefully we can go back to our winning ways, because we were on a winning streak then at one point, and then we lost last week in the SPS, which was just an annoying loss, like I said, and then this is also an annoying loss. So not as bad, because I don't know, I just probably prepped bad, and I just kind of got outclassed by his team, honestly. Anyway, that's gonna be the game. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.